In a distant, silent forest, an old abandoned house stands alone. This house was inherited by Ethan, an ordinary man who never believed in scary stories or superstitions. But what happened inside this house changed everything. Ethan decided to visit the house for the first time after his grandfather's death. The house looked old and deteriorated, cracked walls, dusty furniture, and broken frames. But amidst all this, one thing caught his attention: a small door at the end of the hallway, locked with a rusty chain and padlock. While exploring the house, Ethan found an old key inside a wooden box. His curiosity pushed him to return to that mysterious door. With some effort, he unlocked the padlock, the sound of the chain scraping, echoing through the empty hallway. The door creaked open slowly. Behind it was the forbidden room, a small room but filled with strange objects, broken dolls, a mirror covered with a red cloth, and an old notebook that seemed untouched for decades. Ethan picked up the notebook and began to read. The pages were filled with scattered words and strange drawings. But what caught his attention the most was this phrase: "Do not look into the mirror. It is the gateway." Suddenly, he heard a faint whisper, as if someone was speaking behind him. He quickly turned around, but the room was empty. Was he imagining things, or was something watching him? From that night on, strange things started happening. The lights in the house would flicker on and off. Whispers and faint laughter echoed through the night, as if coming from within the walls. One night, Ethan woke up to the sound of loud knocking on his bedroom door. When he opened the door, no one was there, but he noticed something strange. An old picture of his grandfather had been flipped upside down, and his grandfather's eyes in the picture were blacked out. Ethan decided to face his fears. He returned to the forbidden room and this time removed the red cloth covering the mirror. At first, he only saw his reflection, but something was off. His reflection moved differently than he did. Then, it began to approach the mirror. As Ethan reached out to touch the glass, a black, shadowy hand emerged from within the mirror. Ethan screamed and ran out of the room, but the door slammed shut behind him. That night, Ethan disappeared. The camera he was carrying was found on the floor, recording its final moments. On the tape, faint footsteps can be heard approaching the camera, followed by a sharp scream, and then complete silence. It's said that the forbidden room holds an ancient curse. Anyone who enters never returns. And now, the question remains: if you found a locked door in an abandoned house, would you open it? Remember, some doors are meant to stay closed.